me a slave.
Today, we're gonna analyze the true menace, the true human scum, the most horrible person you can ever think of in any show. After this video, I promise you're gonna hate this man forever. Rollo Lothbrok, the brother, the warrior, the traitor, someone who will step over anybody just to get what he wants, whether it's fame, money, the woman he want, it's just anything really. While your Vikings gave us iconic figures like Ragnar and Bjorn and Ivar, there was always one man lurking in the shadows. A person who want everything you have, and also a person who just waiting for that small opening just to capitalize. Driven by jealousy, lust, and the endless hunger for power, he wasn't just your typical villain. He was way worse than that. He was a person whose morals was out the window. He had no morals whatsoever. Killing and raping was like a sport to him. Every evil act that he committed came from a place that felt human. Let's dive into every betrayal and every moment of weakness that turned into cruelty. Chapter 1. The Jealous Brother. From the very first episode, Rollo's darkness and envy wasn't too loud. It was very quiet. Rollo loved his brother, but deep down he couldn't stand that dude, bro. It was like every time Ragnar got praised, Rollo's face would just go silent and you could just see the envy and rage in his face. It's crazy because Rollo fought beside him, he ate at his table, he ate with his wife, and yet he dreamed of replacing him. Whenever Ragnar became the first to sail west, Rollo's envy grew even stronger. And when the fame and fortune follow, that envy becomes a seed of betrayal. To be honest, Rollo's bitterness towards Ragnar started way before the story we know. Ragnar was younger, but Ragnar still got the farm. He also won over the female that Rollo wanted, Lagertha, which he never forgave him. Honestly, I feel like he only hung around because he thought Bjorn was his son. Rollo's jealousy turned even darker when he confessed his love for Lagertha. He told her that he loved her, and he also told her that Ragnar doesn't deserve her. This wasn't just lust. It was his twisted way of taking what Ragnar had built. Rollo wanted his glory, his fame, and even his family. Whenever Ragnar got injured and he couldn't fight, Rollo took that chance to side with another. That was his first act of betrayal, not to gain power, but to hurt his brother. That's the moment Rollo stopped being a loyal brother and became a man driven by insecurity and spite. Him siding with Earl Harrelson was a slap to the face. This shows that Rollo values self-preservation and status over kinship. Chapter 2. The Fall into Darkness. Ragnar challenges Earl Harrelson to a single comeback and killed him. And after, Ragnar became the new Earl of Kattegat. But then, Rollo killed the man who called for Ragnar's death after he became Earl. But I guess that's Rollo just trying to show his support and loyalty. But hey, who knows? So now let's go over Rollo's first betrayal in a battle of brothers. Rollo's jealousy and feeling of being in Ragnar's shadow grows over time. When King Horg and Jorn have a land dispute, Ragnar supports Horg. But Rollo, seeking his own fame and importance, he got convinced to side against his brother. This leads to a battle where Rollo fights against Ragnar's forces. He injures Floki, and he also killed one of Ragnar's great fans. And while the battle is going on, Ragnar came up to Rollo to confront him. But like all the barking that he was talking about and all the things he was doing, once they came face to face, it's like Rollo figured out that everything he was doing was wrong. And everything he did, he regretted it. He couldn't bring himself to pick up his sword and kill Ragnar because deep down, he loved him. So after, Ragnar takes Rollo captive. Ragnar had so much love and passion for his brother. He even spared him because he felt like Rollo deserved a second chance. The villagers demanded that Rollo be sentenced to death. He was brought to trial where Ragnar secretly gave a valuable coin from England to the lawgiver. During the trial, the lawgiver lied and told the village that the gods had spared him, and the reason was if they had wanted him dead, he wouldn't have died in battle. And Rollo, filled with regret, he accepted the verdict and was released to Ragnar custody, allowing him to try to live and eventually find his own destiny separate from his brother's shadow. Chapter 3. Seeking redemption for the wrong reasons. After his defeat, Rollo tries to make amends. He rejoins Ragnar's raids, fights with the old crew, and pretends he found peace, but it's all the act. This isn't redemption, it's performance. He was trying to earn status and not forgiveness. He doesn't want peace with his brother. He wants applause. Every swing of his axe is a plea for recognition. But the others could feel it, especially Floki. You know, Floki was a goat. He could sense other people and He knew other people's true nature. He was so in tune with himself and the gods that he can see through a lot of people. Floki knew Rollo's loyalty isn't real. He's not fighting for anyone. He's fighting to be seen. And when you seek validation instead of redemption, you end up making the same mistakes. Rollo's menace here is subtle but devastating. He is not evil in intention, he's hollow in motivation. And that emptiness makes him dangerous. Chapter 4. Turning on his people and becoming the crown prince of France. Okay, here comes the turning point. To me, it gotta be the top 3 worst things he done. Let's get to the siege of Paris. Ragnar's army fails to break through. The Vikings retreat and they are wounded and they are also divided. And Rollo stays behind to watch over, and just hold the fort. So then Emperor Charles offers him land, power, and also a marriage to Princess Gisela. And of course Rollo accepts because he see that he can have power and he also can have a wonderful, beautiful wife. In that moment he becomes something new. A man who would destroy his own people for a crown. A couple moments after, Rollo did the unspeakable. He led the whole Frankish army to slaughter the men, the women, the children, just to prove his loyalty. He literally did some Griffith shit, I'm not gonna lie, and it was crazy. Most of the people that was at the camp was women and children. This isn't survival, this is betrayal elevated to art, I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't hesitate, he doesn't mourn, he just enjoyed the power that was given to him. There's no point of no return. Rollo doesn't just betray a man, he betrays the whole culture. And I forgot to mention that he had to become Christian to even become the crown prince. So he had to betray his belief, his religion into Vikings. That's worse than death. Ragnar returned with a fleet, and to be honest, it didn't really do nothing because Rollo's ambition and his desire to become king and his desire to overfame him and status and the legacy was just too great, and he defeated Ragnar with the whole Frankish army, and it was rather easy. And it just messed up, but Rollo, he just seen the opening that he can become king, and he took it. Now crowned Duke of Normandy, Rollo has everything he ever wanted: power, wealth, fame, a beautiful wife, the respect of kings. He tries to convince himself that he's happy, but in truth, he's still hunted. Every feast is a reminder of the faces of the people he killed just to sit there. The menace now isn't loud, it's quiet. It's the smile of a man who knows he built his life on betrayal. He's finally respected, but by the people he once called enemies, and that's not victory. That's like an exile with a crown. It's like he realized that being a Christian to him is like hell, to be honest. Chapter 5. Claiming Bjorn has a son. Just when you think Rollo's story is over, he delivers one last wound. He tells Lagertha and Bjorn that Bjorn might be his son. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't even matter because it's a crucial move. He uses the idea of blood to toy with emotions. For Vikings, lineage is sacred. To claim false blood is to warp the very foundation of loyalty, and Rollo knows this. That's why he say it. He doesn't want love, he wants control. It's psychological warfare disguised as confession. In my own opinion, that's what makes him a true menace. Even after all the wars, he still found a way to hurt people he loved, and he do it for the love of the game. It's just crazy. Rollo's story is a reminder that the deadliest evil doesn't come from cruelty. It comes from the hunger to be seen. He didn't destroy the world around him for fun. He did it just to prove that he mattered, and that he just did it for the love of the game. And maybe that's what make him the scariest person in shows or just in Vikings period. That being said, I would love to see everyone comments, and I would love to see everybody's thoughts on if you think Rollo is a true menace, or if you have anybody else in mind, feel free to comment that name so I can look into it myself. and I'm out. Peace.